Have you ever wondered how the United States became a land of opportunity? Let's take a journey back in time to the year 1862. Imagine yourself and your parents telling you we are moving out west. Picture a country on the brink of change, a nation ready to grow. Enter the Homestead Act of 1862, a legislation that would play a pivotal role in shaping the United States, providing a beacon of hope to many and creating a vast landscape of possibilities. This video will delve into the Homestead Act of 1862 and its relevance today. In the midst of the American Civil War, a significant legislation was signed into law. This wasn't just any law, it was the Homestead Act of 1862. A piece of legislation that would change the face of America forever. This act was a bold initiative by President Abraham Lincoln, signed into law on May 20th, 1862. Its purpose? To encourage Western migration by providing settlers with 160 acres of public land. Yes, you heard that right, for free. All they had to do was build a dwelling and cultivate crops on it for at least 5 years. Imagine the excitement. The promise of owning land, the chance to carve out a better future, was a powerful draw for many. It was the embodiment of the American dream. This act was a beacon of hope for those seeking a fresh start, attracting immigrants from around the globe, as well as citizens from the crowded eastern states. But it wasn't just about handing out free land. The Homestead Act was a strategic move, aimed to populate the Western territories, develop farms, and establish towns and cities. It was a plan to expand the economy and ensure the growth of the United States. This remarkable legislation benefited over 1.6 million homesteads and distributed 270 million acres of federal land by the end of the 19th century. That's an area larger than Texas. It was instrumental in settling the West, and it played a pivotal role in the growth of America's agricultural industry. The Homestead Act of 1862 was more than just a law. It was an opportunity, a challenge, and a promise of a better life. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses. The Act had its share of challenges and controversies. There were issues with land speculators, false claims, and even conflicts with Native American tribes. About 60% who participated in Homestead failed and relocated to major cities. But despite these hurdles, the Act had a profound and lasting impact on America's landscape and its people. The Homestead Act of 1862 was a game-changer, shaping the destiny of America and its people. A beacon of hope for many, it played a crucial role in the expansion and development of the United States, leaving a legacy that continues to influence the nation's social and economic fabric even today. But what happened next? How did this act transform America? The Homestead Act profoundly impacted the United States, setting the stage for monumental changes in our society and economy. When President Lincoln signed the act into law in 1862, little did he know that he was not only gifting acres of land to pioneers, but also setting a precedent for the American dream. The act led to the settlement and development of the American West. Thousands flocked to the plains, driven by the promise of free land and the chance to build a better life. This wave of settlers transformed the barren landscapes into flourishing communities. They built homes, schools, churches, and laid the groundwork for future cities. In many ways, the Homestead Act was the catalyst that spurred the growth of the American frontier. But it wasn't just about expanding borders. The act also had a significant economic impact. The settlers who worked the land turned the United States into a powerhouse of agricultural production. Fields of wheat, corn, and other crops sprouted across the plains, feeding a growing nation and fueling its economic engine. The act helped to shift the United States from a largely eastern urban society to a more balanced mixture of urban and rural, east and west. However, the act's impact wasn't all positive. It led to the displacement of Native American tribes, who were forced off their ancestral lands to make way for the settlers. This is a dark chapter in our history that we must acknowledge and learn from. Over the years, the Act's influence extended beyond the physical and economic landscapes. It shaped our national character, instilling values of independence, self-reliance and resilience. It gave rise to the idea that with hard work and determination, anyone could carve out their own piece of the American dream. The ripples of the Homestead Act's influence can still be seen and felt today. As it was abolished on October 21, 1976, it was replaced with the Federal Land Policy and Management Act, FLPMA. Indeed, its legacy is interwoven into the fabric of our nation, serving as a constant reminder of our past, present and future. From the 19th century to the 21st, how does the Homestead Act hold relevance today? You might be surprised to find that the principles of the Homestead Act are very much alive in today's society. Let's consider the idea of the Homestead Act. It provided a path for people to claim land, to establish a home, and to create a better future for themselves. Doesn't that sound familiar? It should, because it's the same concept that drives many of today's immigrants. People around the world leave their homes, crossing borders and oceans, all in pursuit of a better life, a better future. And just like in the days of the Homestead Act, this modern-day migration is not without its challenges. There are legal hurdles, societal pressures and economic hardships. Yet, the spirit of hope and determination that fueled the pioneers of the 19th century is very much alive in the immigrants of today. Now let's shift gears and look at the economic landscape. The Homestead Act was a catalyst for economic growth. It led to the development of small towns and cities, boosted the agriculture sector, and even sparked the country's westward expansion. Today, the principles of the Homestead Act could be seen in the rise of remote work. With advances in technology, we're no longer bound by geographical limitations. This has allowed people to settle in less densely populated areas, driving economic growth in these regions, much like the Homestead Act did in the 1800s. Moreover, this shift to remote work has the potential to create a more equitable economy. It allows for a broader distribution of job opportunities, not just confined to major cities, but available to anyone with an internet connection. This could lead to a more balanced distribution of wealth and potentially a reduction in economic inequality. So whether it's providing a path for a better future or driving economic growth, the principles of the Homestead Act are still shaping our society. In many ways, the spirit of the Homestead Act continues to shape our world. From a piece of legislation to a nation-building tool, the Homestead Act has had a fascinating journey. This journey began in 1862, a time when the United States was in the throes of a civil war. Despite the tumult, a beacon of hope emerged: the Homestead Act, a law that promised free land, a chance for prosperity to anyone willing to put in the work. Over the years, this act has played a pivotal role in shaping the landscape of the country, both literally and figuratively. It led to the settlement of the western frontier, transforming vast, empty landscapes into vibrant communities. It fueled economic growth, helped alleviate poverty, and even played a role in shaping our education system. Fast forward to today, the essence of the Homestead Act still holds relevance. In an era marked by economic disparities, immigration debates, and the rise of remote work, the principles of the Homestead Act echo loud and clear. It's a reminder that opportunity and progress are not just ideals, but tangible goals that can be achieved through policy and perseverance. As we look to the future, we carry with us the legacy of the Homestead Act, a testament to the enduring power of opportunity and the pursuit of progress. The journey that started over a century and a half ago continues to inspire and guide us in our quest for a more inclusive and prosperous society.